class. So this is assignment 7, the Meaningful Differences video, and chapter 6. I just got finished reading the chapter and then I immediately watched the video. And there were a few things that I definitely was excited to talk about after reading both. Well, after reading the chapter and watching the video. My apologies, it's Sunday night. I would say for excitements, when it comes in terms to overall, I was excited to hear about the programs that were available to parents to assist them with their child's education, including early intervention programs. The reason why this excited me in particular was because I was from a lower, I guess at the time, socioeconomic status growing up as a child, and there weren't programs available at the time. And myself, my mom would make the effort to read to me. She wasn't very wordy of a person, and my dad worked nights, so I never saw him. But I remember in general, just the reading alone helped build my vocabulary. But unfortunately, my sister needed more, and she needed more one-on-one, and she needed more programs. And she would have done well in a program that would have specially helped her in that department early on. And I think that definitely helped her, that definitely affected her literacy growing up later on. It makes me excited though. There will be children who won't have to kind of feel like I did and have to sit in the library with their mom and actually have access to something else. Or my sister, who that wasn't enough and she needed more. But unfortunately, because we didn't have more, that was all she had. What worries me is the level of talkative. I know that he mentioned in the video that the SES was kind of irrelevant. It just came down to talkativeness when you came to your child. But I think that, yes, kind of does come into play in the sense that when it comes to SES, if you have a mother who's working 2 jobs, like later on in my life, my mom didn't get to help me with homework. My mother didn't get to find out how school was going. I had to be on top of it myself. And if you want those rich conversations and you want that home life, your parent has to be home for that. And if you have a parent, and I'm saying, yes, we just talked about the programs that are available to people in lower economic statuses, but if you want talkativeness in the home life, if you have a parent who's working all these hours and extremely tired, the likelihood of them talking is probably going to be a lot less, I would imagine. So I do find it worrisome that he kind of outright states they're not linked when, in a way, they could be linked if thought about more. With needs, I would like more information on some of the programs available in the book. That would be wonderful. And I definitely think that I would love to hear more in general in my local area what's available, because I teach VPK3 and I do have children that I worry about that down the road are going to need help. And I don't even know what direction to point them in. I would say for suggestions, like I said earlier, about SES and the socioeconomic status, because if a doctor and a lawyer is able to get 3,200 words in per wake hour, but if you have a single mom who's working 12-hour shifts, they're not going to get as many words in with their child, even if they are a talkative person. So maybe it goes down to the caretaker who's actually watching the child. I don't know, maybe that's what he took into account, was just parent interaction, not caregiver interaction. I would like more information on that. So that probably goes under needs, not stance, but okay, I tried. I'm sorry. But back to the excitement. I did miss a step. Back to the excitement. When he did the math and he broke it down into terms of how many words a child could potentially hear in a very talkative household, that was pretty crazy to hear. 50 million words by 4 years old. That's pretty insane. I doubt that I heard that many words. And the fact that IQ and talkativeness were linked in the sense that being around talkative parents would build the vocab and build the relationship in terms of their actual communication level. It was actually bumping up IQ a little bit, 0.77, but still, that's pretty significant, was pretty spectacular to hear. So in the habit of the mind, I would say metacognition. I've mentioned past experiences. It made me think about my thinking and how I thought as a child. It made me think about how I thought as an adolescent, because yes, we are dealing with early literacy. However, it does make me think about literacy throughout my later years through secondary education and how my outcome was extremely different than my sister's outcome, and how I might have gotten by, but unfortunately, we both didn't. So that's it for tonight. I promise to log in a little earlier next time. I hope everybody has a good night.